Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So here is my next Halloween look. This is my interpretation of Poison Ivy. If you want to find out how I got this look, then keep on watching. So I'm first going to be starting off with my NYX Angel Veil Face Primer. This is just to ensure my foundation goes on really nice and smooth. And I'm going to be taking my Kat Von D Lock It Tattoo foundation. I believe I'm in the shade Light 42. Yeah, I hadn't used this foundation in a really long time, so I really forgot how thick it was. And I kind of was struggling to spread it out. So I was using my Sephora Flawless Airbrush brush, and I switched over, and you'll see here in a minute, to my Kabuki brush, which is a larger brush, and it really just helped buff everything out. So I know I look a little pasty and white, but ignore it. It'll start to warm up in a minute. And you really want to make sure you go over your eyebrows, especially for this look, because we're going to be turning them red. Next, taking my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This is in the shade NW15, I believe. And I'm taking this on the bridge of my nose, the center of my forehead, underneath my eyes, and the center of my chin. And then I'm going to be using that same foundation brush that I was using at first to just buff everything out. I also did go back and apply a little bit more on my eyebrows. Again, you really want to make sure you kind of cover up and lighten those eyebrows as much as you can. Next, I'm taking my Mary Kay translucent powder and my big Morphe brush, and I'm just going to be setting my foundation and concealer. So here's one eyebrow done. Doesn't it look so cool? Let's begin the next one. So I'm first taking my NYX lip liner, and this is just, I believe, in the shade Red. And you're going to want to run this all over your brows like how you would normally fill them in. And then I wanted it to be really nice and opaque, and on camera it looks a little pink, but trust me, this was really red. And I got an eyebrow brush, and I was using my Urban Decay Electric palette in the shade Slow Burn, and I went over it really quickly. And then you're going to see here I am just cleaning them up with some concealer. Then, to make sure they are set in place, I did use my NYX Proof It eyebrow gel. So for the eyes, I'm first putting a light taupe in the crease, and I'm just going to be building up that color. And then I switched over to a more brown green with a little bit of sparkle in it. Again, just adding that up into the crease and blending it outwards. Then, taking the shade Thrash from my electric palette, I am putting that into or on my lower lid, really focusing on the inner corner and about maybe a little bit more than halfway out into my lid. Really, it was just any really lime green color will do. And then on the outer part, I took a nice emerald and I just added it on to the outer V and just blended it in with the lime green. You just really want to make sure everything is nice and blended in this, and really just focus on those edges. I took a little bit more of that emerald and added it onto my bottom lashes, and then just with a pencil brush, make sure I really smoked it out really nice and well. Then for my brow bone, I am putting my Mary Luminizer, and I'm just highlighting right underneath my eyebrows. And also on the inner corner of my eyes, just to open it up a little bit more. Okay, so I did go in and add this really dramatic crazy eyeliner with the two peaks on the inner corner and really dramatic wing out. I did this with my Mary Kay liquid liner. Sorry I didn't get it on camera. I just literally had to be so close to a mirror. There was no way I was able to make sure I was in frame and then make sure I was doing it right. So you kind of just get the idea. Just, you know, baby steps, do a wing out, and then just kind of peek your way onto the inner corner. Using a really nice fine liquid liner will really help do all the work for you. Then I just tight lined my upper lashes and my waterline, and then I just helped smudge it all out with a smudge brush. Now I am putting on a few coats of mascara before I go in with my falsies. I am applying my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara onto my top lashes, and then for my bottom lashes I am using my Mary Kay Ultimate mascara. You really want to make sure you coat these bottom lashes nice and well, just to help even out the dramatic lashes we're going to be applying on top. Voila! Lashes are on, and these are the shade Nor Fairy, the shade Style Nor Fairy from House of Lashes. Next, I am going to be contouring my face. I am using my Bobbi Brown bronzer in the shade Golden Light, and I am just going to be going around the frame of my forehead, the hollows of my cheek, and down my jawline. To warm up my skin tone just a little bit more, because I was still not really liking how light this foundation looked on me, I used my Mary Kay light to medium bronzing powder and my big Morphe brush again, and just really went over the areas where I didn't put my contour. This just adds a little bit more of a tint of color and doesn't make me look so sickly. So yeah, I wasn't used to wearing foundation this light. It's been a while. Then I'm just contouring my nose. I really wanted to make it look nice, slim, and pointy. For some reason, I always just feel like villains have that perfect pointy nose. Am I right? I don't know. But I just really wanted that nice, really defined nose. So I contoured the tip, and now I am just shading in the sides of my nose, really just trying to thin it out. For blush, I am adding a nice bronzy, peachy blush. I am using, of course, my Bobbi Brown brightening blush in the shade Bronze, and I'm just taking that onto the apples of my cheek and pushing back towards my hairline. For a highlight, I am using my Mary Luminizer, and I am applying this on my Cupid's bow, right on the swoop of my nose in between my eyebrows, and then just on the very tip of my nose. This helps accentuate that slim look for the nose, and then I'm just going in and applying it onto my chin and the high points of my cheek. Now we're turning green. Alright, so I'm going to be completely honest, I was not going to do this. I was totally going to leave this out just because I was a little unsure of myself, but then I figured go big or go home, right? So what I am doing here, I am mixing my colors Thrash and Freak from my electric palette, which is that lime green and more of that Kelly green shade, and I'm just going to be placing this onto the areas of my face and really buffing and blending them out and making it kind of melt into where I had my contour. You really want to keep this on the outer parts of your face, really just the frame, and of course bring it down to your neck, but don't put it on the center. You don't want to turn your whole face green. At least I didn't. You can try it. I mean, you know, everything's open to interpretation, but I decided that this was more of the look I wanted to go with. Then for the lips, I am lining my lips and filling them in with a NYX lip liner, the same we use for the eyebrows. And then for my lip color, I am putting on my cream matte lipstick in the shade Amsterdam. This is also from NYX. Absolutely love it. I really wanted a nice cherry red lip and very matte, and just I overdrew my lips a little bit just because I wanted really nice full looking lips for this. And then to clean up the edges of my mouth where I kind of went outside the line a little bit, I am taking whatever foundation was left on the back of my hand and a concealer brush and just running that over the edges of my lips. So here is the finished look, guys. This is my interpretation and recreation of a Poison Ivy look. I hope you all enjoyed it, and until next time, bye!